Cybersecurity. Not a new term in today's world, is it? What about artificial intelligence? Neither is that at all new to any of us. It is all we hear everywhere, almost daily. AI is changing lives. Companies are working towards a better future by leveraging the marvels of AI. It is an inspiring and a challenging concept with which each one of us wants to be familiar as a computer science student. But the demand of the hour is to address the means in which AI is being exploited as an instrument to make the unreal feel real. Machine learning, the backbone of AI, is being utilized in the domain of cybersecurity in various forms. Its development will fuel an arms race between defenders and attackers. The cyber criminals will also employ machine learning techniques to support their attacks, whereas companies will try to develop more frameworks that can detect and correct such loopholes in the attacks. Further, any decision-making process will also get speeded up due to AI and the machine learning technologies. AI-enabled cyber attacks are multifold in today's world. Autonomous malware. In the future, AI-driven malware will self-propagate via a series of autonomous decisions, intelligently tailored to the parameters of the infected system. People who write such malware can maximize their profits easily if the AI-based malware can easily identify which target will yield the maximum profit by scanning the context of the environment and infected machine. For example, narrow AI can learn that it infects the laptop of a VIP, and such VIP is a user that is likely to conduct a lot of email communication revolving around financial information that can be a lot more dangerous. Another example of a misuse of AI for circumventing cybersecurity is intelligent evasion techniques by systems against vulnerable systems. For example, a weaponized AI system will be able to adapt to the environment it infects. Contextual learning will help the system in scientifically targeting a weak point or even mimic the trusted elements of the system. Evading any detection in such attack will be extremely easy for AI systems. Social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook encounter a lot of command and control data, which we popularly and commonly call the C2 data. AI systems can gain understanding of the dominant communication, blend in easily, and appear totally normal. Another good example to share about artificially intelligent cyber attack is low and slow data exfiltration, where an external system exfiltrates data at such a slow pace that it essentially goes unnoticed. Adversarial AI, as the name suggests, is a fast-growing genre of AI that's setting a bad example for the applications of artificial intelligence. Adversarial examples are malicious inputs designed to fool machine learning models. They often transfer from one model to another, allowing attackers to mount black box attacks without knowledge of the target's model's parameters. Adversarial training is the process of explicitly training a model on adversarial examples in order to make it more robust to attack or to reduce its test error on clean inputs. Changes in the threat landscape are already apparent. Criminals are already harnessing automated reconnaissance, target exploitation, and network penetration end-to-end. Soon, technology will enable them to automate every element of their attack cycle, including currently very manual processes such as the ability to learn fraud controls and to industrialize cash out and money laundering tactics. Let us take a look at this image. On your left-hand side, there's an image of a panda, which any machine learning model claims that it can detect with 57.7% confidence. That means 57.7% accuracy. Now, if it is introduced to a small noise, as you can see in the middle, and visually to any normal human being with the naked eye, the converted image after adding the noise looks similar to the original image as a panda, whereas the machine learning model will detect that as a gibbon with 99.3% confidence, that is increasing the accuracy which was achieved previously and also recognizing it incorrectly. Another example is of this Persian cat. As you can see in the original image, any AI model is detecting it as a Persian cat. However, if it is perturbed to a small extent by adding some noise, it is being detected as a toaster. Isn't that surprising? Take an example of this image. On your left hand side you can see, in fact on both the sides you can see images of only guns and ammunition. However, the original model detected when it was being trained, the image was detected as weapons, whereas on the perturbed image it was being detected as a helicopter or even as some other examples. So these are some examples of the ways any noise can be added or some perturbations can be made to some real existing artifacts, and you can actually change the predictions given to you by the AI system. One very surprising and making aware situation is of the stop sign. Here, the original stop sign will be detected as a stop by, let's say, an autonomous vehicle. However, the other two images where you can see love and hate written on the top and bottom, they were detected as actually 100 miles per hour speed limit by the AI network or by the autonomous vehicle. Well, we can only pray such accidents never happen by detecting such images. Here we can see an example of how any AI system can be perturbed and it can be changed to make its predictions. For example, originally there was an image of a dog. Slowly it was trained originally with the dog's recognition, and after changing every pixel it was made to look like a picture of skiers in the snow. But the detection of the dog by the AI system was retained, and still till the end it was again being detected as a dog. These are some examples of adversarial AI. Hackers can manipulate songs and audio files so that when they are played, they send hidden commands to your AI-powered smart speakers such as Amazon Echo or Google Home. Imagine a scenario where the attacker could perturb an image of a check such that the ATM dispenses more money than what is mentioned. Even facial recognition technology has been proved to be fooled by just wearing a particular kind of glasses. Smugglers could somehow make tiny changes to shipping containers and sneak through the satellite-based recognition systems. Take a look at one of these images. You can see two boys standing side by side. And you can see a ping bounding box, which we call while developing AI models. That bounding box detects one of the guys as a person, whereas the other guy goes simply unnoticed. Isn't that strange? For a computer system that is supposed to do things uniformly? Well, that's the challenge there. The other guy on the right is wearing a small board that can easily make the person go unnoticed by an AI system as a potential person. Now imagine that algorithm being fed to an AI system or an AI-driven autonomous car. In that scenario, well, we can only pray again that pedestrians don't get hit by such autonomous vehicles. Look at this video.
Industry to help families refinance their homes, to invest in things like high-tech manufacturing, clean energy, and the infrastructure that creates good new jobs. Not to mention the job training that helps folks earn new skills to fill those jobs.
Now what do you think? Which of the videos is real? Well, none of those are real. All the videos are generated by machine learning models. This type of fake video generation is known as deepfakes. A deepfake is when an AI algorithm or a neural network generates a video that never happened by either swapping someone's face or by allowing someone's motions and voice to be mapped onto another person.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, Killmonger was right, or Ben Carson is in the sunken place, or, how about this, simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele. This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. That's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources.
Face swapping has been done in films for years, but it required skilled video editors and computer-enabled graphics or CGI experts to spend many hours to achieve decent results. However, in the current world, the new breakthrough is that using simply deep learning techniques, anybody with a powerful GPU or a graphical processing unit and training data can create believable fake videos. With current technology, it's not only facial expressions that can be faked. Even entire body movements can be transferred to any other person's body. Imagine if you can make anybody dance with just some set of images of that person, which will be used to train the machine learning model. Just look at the following video demonstration. Computers are now able to create a whole new human face that does not exist in the world at all. Look at these images. Can you believe that none of those people actually exist in this world and are just generated by a computer? Researchers from NVIDIA have developed this, and you can check it on a website called www.thispersondoesnotexist.com. This has huge implications in real world. With the ability to easily create believable fake videos using only limited images available easily, thanks to the internet, it will become more and more tough and difficult to distinguish between real and fake video. These fake videos can be used to spread those hate propaganda, make people say something they never would have said, or even create compromising videos, blackmail, and much more. Deaths due to fake news isn't very uncommon around the world. But the same artificial intelligence is also being used to detect fake data around the internet. Department of Defense is working on a project with DARPA to create a tool that can detect deepfakes. Facebook is currently researching methods to curb fake news spread on its platform. Since the advent of the internet, cyber threats have been present all the time. Every time you close a loophole, someone tends to find another. Cybersecurity is a constant cat and mouse game. With AI, cyber attacks will become more and more sophisticated and frequent. But that same artificial intelligence is also being used to safeguard the cyber world. So just like an atom bomb, guns, or any other technology, it's up to a human whether to use the AI constructively or destructively. Thank you.